You know, Terry, you know as well as I do that we get a lot of questions about the difference between autism and emotional disturbance and some of
Right.
those other alphabet soup things like ADHD and ODD and whatever else,
Yeah.
and determine differentiating that in autism.
Right.
And I think that's challenging for schools.
I do too. I think it's really challenging, and we don't want to mislabel kids. Um, on the other hand, we want to provide the services that they need, and provide those services that are specific to what they need.
Yeah, and there's that piece where we're supposed to specifically rule out emotional disturbance. And
Mhm.
I think it might help people if we just kind of run through what the criteria for emotional disturbance is, because I don't remember all those things all the time, and I'm going to have to read them off.
Okay.
But it says in the IDEIA 2004 that the definition of emotional disturbance is that a condition that is exhibiting one or more of the following characteristics over a long period of time and to a marked degree, and it must adversely affect the child's educational performance. Of course, autism has to adversely affect educational performance too. But those five things are an inability to learn that can't be explained by intellectual, sensory, or health factors, an inability to build or maintain satisfactory interpersonal relationships with peers and teachers, inappropriate types of behaviors or feelings under normal circumstances, a general pervasive mood of unhappiness or depression, or a tendency to develop physical symptoms or fears associated with personal or school problems. You know, some of those things sound a lot like autism, don't they?
They do, but a couple of things stand out to me. The sensory issues are prevalent with kiddos with autism. I don't know any kids with autism who don't have sensory issues. That could happen, but probably not. And so behaviors can easily be explained by some of the sensory challenges that our kids with autism deal with. And so that area would be someplace where you could differentiate. And as well as looking at this over a long period of time, over a period of time. We're talking about early childhood special education here. We haven't seen the kids for very long. It may be just too early to determine emotional disturbance.
Well, you know, what I know about emotional disturbance tells me that we often don't see emotional disturbance
Right.
really showing itself until a little further along in the life experience. And in early childhood, we are more likely to see developmental issues. You don't necessarily see that in kids with emotional disturbance.
Right. We have lots of developmental issues with kids with autism. There may be regression of development or disturbances, uneven development, or there could be delays in development, and that may or may not be seen with kids with emotional disturbances. In fact, probably not as much as you would see with kids with autism.
Well, don't you think the real thing for people to have to determine when they are making an eligibility determination is what is it? What is the primary disabling condition that is contributing to that child's problems in educational performance?
Absolutely, and we know that kids with autism often have comorbid issues. We never see, well, you hate to say never, but we typically don't see kids who just have autism. There are kids who also have other issues going on. But what is the thing that is the barrier to their learning, to them not being able to benefit from instruction?
So when you think that when folks are trying to make their eligibility determination and they come to that point where it has to say, rule out emotional disturbance, that we need to look at what is the primary factor going on here.
Absolutely, I think so.
Okay.